Now I want to start this video off with a quote. The inherent vice of capitalism is the unequal sharing of blessings. The inherent virtue of socialism is the equal sharing of miseries. This is from Winston Churchill. It's basically saying how the worst thing about capitalism is that we're all unequally rich. But the best thing about socialism is that we're all equally poor. Now that I got that out of the way, I believe wealth inequality in our nation is inevitable, just like Thanos. But that isn't necessarily a bad thing. Inequalities in wealth encourage people to progress forward and constantly improve. If everyone had the same thing as everyone else, then no one would strive to do better and contribute more to society. Obviously, everyone's different. Everyone has different work ethics, different needs, different wants, and different abilities. And this is why our diverse economy works so well for us. But here's the problem. I'm about to show you a graph from a professor at Harvard that surveyed roughly 5,000 people. Here's what people would believe the ideal for the distribution of wealth in our economy is. Now, here's what people think it actually is. And then, here is what it actually is. This gap between the top 1% and bottom 99% is growing extremely rapidly. It affects our society as a whole because there's so much more homelessness and so much more poverty. And it affects smaller groups because people have to band together and do what they need to do to survive. Now, people are getting stuck in this constant cycle of just falling and falling deeper and deeper into not being able to move up in our society. They're stuck grinding weekly just to afford basic groceries for the week. Now, I believe the cause of this is the fact that we tax lower priced products equally as higher priced products, and I'll get into that in a bit. Now, without going in depth into welfare systems and stuff like universal basic income, I'd like to present a simple solution to a major problem: progressive sales tax. Products exceeding specific price ranges should be taxed more, while lower priced products should be taxed less. This would allow easier access to basic necessities such as food, clothing, and hygiene products. These are things that everyone needs, so the access should be pretty universal for everyone. Now, this would make it so that the rich people who can afford to spend more would be doing so. They can afford to give a little bit extra to help those in need of basic products, and they would be doing so without having to add that much or having to tax them more. The 1% who are buying sports cars, yachts, and things of that nature, the luxuries, would be able to do so while still maintaining a more equal distribution of wealth. So basically, if we were to change our sales tax system to have more tax on higher luxuries and less tax on basic needs, then we could have more money going towards people that actually need the money. This would lead to rich people still being able to afford their luxuries and poor people being able to afford groceries for the week. Overall, everyone would be happy and we would live in a much better economy.
Let's solve poverty.
Okay. All right, I drive.
Put y'all progressive sales tax on.
Psh, YOLO.
We told her to put her progressive sales tax on. Always put your progressive sales tax on.